Hello beautiful people of the internet, my name is Tamara Ten and welcome to my channel. So, long time no see, hey? Yeah, I know it's been a while since I last posted a video, but I am going to post a video explaining why I quit YouTube, why I took a break, and why I'm back now. But anyway, that's not the theme of this video. This video, we're going to be talking about how to make your life more positive in 2019. So just how to live a more positive life. Long story short, I've had a pretty rough last few years, and I have been in the process of just turning my life around and just living a more positive life because I'm just tired of living a really depressing life. So yeah, now I've decided to start living a more positive life, and these are kind of just stuff that I've been trying to do every day, and just stuff that's helped me become a more positive person and really just change. Yeah, I feel like I've changed a lot, in a good way. I've just become a more positive person, and I'm loving life. Yeah. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Tip number 1, develop a routine. I know this sounds like you hear this all the time, and I know a lot of people try to shy away from routine, but you have no idea how much a routine can really change your life. It just makes things more stable, and when things are more stable, it's just there's no room for shock or surprise or well, obviously there's always room for that, but it's you don't get things putting you down because you've got a routine and you've got your space, your positive space you can always lean back into. So even if things go kind of off routine, you can always fall back into your routine, and that's your safe space where you can find your positive energy again. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope this makes sense. I'm the worst at explaining things. But yeah, I just want to help you guys, and I hope you guys I hope this video just makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, develop a routine. A lot of the things on this list are going to be stuff you can put into a routine and stuff that I started doing in my routine. So tip number 2, every morning, this is something I do, is I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. Okay, I'm lying if I say every morning. I try to do it every morning, but I would say I do it 4 out of 7 days a week at least. So yeah, it's something I'm trying to push to do every morning, but sometimes you just you forget and stuff like that. If you can't do it every morning, I recommend doing it every morning because it just makes such a big difference, just writing down 3 things you're grateful for. Because once you start looking at the positive things in your life, you focus less on the negative things in your life. And just find things you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be big things, it can be a little thing. I'm grateful I have a phone, I'm grateful I have a bed to sleep in, I'm grateful I have access to food, I'm grateful I live in a nice neighborhood, I'm grateful I'm alive, I'm grateful for my health. I have my health issues, but I'm grateful I have access to healthcare to be able to help me with my health issues. Obviously you guys don't know some of my health issues. I've never really talked about them on camera, but if you guys want me to talk about this really rare leg condition I have, comment down below and I'll make a whole video on it. Tip number 3, stretch or meditate every morning. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be stretching or meditate, just exercising. But if you're like me and you don't going hardcore, and you don't going running or going gymming all the time, then just taking some time to stretch or meditate can be really relaxing, and it's easier to do. You can do it in your room, you can do it from the comfort of your bed even sometimes, depending on the stretch routine. I like to follow Blogolati's stretches, so she has a really great morning stretch routine and an evening stretch routine, which I've been trying to do every single day. And yeah, I just follow her stretch routines because she's a lot of fun. She's really real and raw. She doesn't lie to you that oh my gosh, this feels so amazing. She's I know this hurts, but just get through it, she's real with you, and she's fun. I don't know how to explain it, but I just love the way her tutorials are done, she obviously she makes it seem effortless, but she doesn't lie and say it's effortless. She'll tell you this is hard, but it's gonna feel so good. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just love following her stretch routines. If you don't feel like stretching, then meditate. I find it hard to sometimes meditate. I find stretching a better form of meditation for myself because I just find it hard to get into my own space. I have anxiety, so my thoughts are always running around. Whereas stretching, it's I'm doing something and calming down my thoughts at the same time. So that really helps me. Tip number 4. Now this is 2 tips in one. Wake up at the same time every day and go to bed at the same time every day. So that's just part of like having a routine. It just creates stability in your life, and I don't know, it just makes a huge difference. At least I found, like, just makes a difference. Make sure you're getting enough sleep as well. Like, that wasn't a tip on this list, but make sure you're getting like a good 6 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. Tip number 5, find a hobby that doesn't stress you out. Now, that's really important. Like, it must be a hobby that doesn't cause you so much stress, because I find a lot of people are always trying to find hobbies that like they don't actually view as hobbies. For example, like, let me use YouTube for an example. Like, YouTube, yes, it's my hobby and stuff like that, but it can cause a lot of stress. So I wouldn't say it's the best hobby, like, for myself. Like, if I'm in a, like, say if I'm feeling really anxious, I'm not gonna come and like sit down and make a YouTube video, because that's just gonna make me more anxious, cause me more stress. So some hobbies I've started like picking up, I've started reading more. I used to read a lot when I was younger, and then I kind of just stopped when I got to varsity, because like I was working so much. But now I've started reading again, and it's like, I don't know, it just relaxes me so much. I play some like really nice chilled music, like some really calming music. I'm gonna link some of like the Spotify playlists down below. I actually don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna try to figure it out. Yeah, I'm gonna link some Spotify playlists down below that I listen to while I'm reading. And yeah, it just helps me relax. Either I do it before bed, or like in the morning if I have nothing to do, or if I have a few spare hours. Yeah, I just read a bit. And like, it's a nice way to kind of just escape and like into like another world. You know what I mean? Just escape from reality and just like be somewhere else for just a few hours. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to read. There are other hobbies, like you can listen to podcasts, you can take up knitting, you can DIY stuff. Like, just find a hobby for you that doesn't cause you too much stress. Coloring is also a great one. Like, coloring mindfully is, I love it. Oh, it is amazing. Love it. Tip number 6, and I know this is going to be hard for quite a few people. This one is especially hard for me. But spend less time on social media, and yeah, basically spend less time on the phone. Yeah, I know that's hard, and it's like, I feel like in general, as a generation, we're just so like, just obsessed with social media, and we're just like always on social media. And just like, we need to know what's happening all the time and whatever. Like, I don't even know, I can't even explain it, but you guys know what I mean. So I find a lot of the time you can get stuck like scrolling through your Facebook feed or Instagram or Twitter, and you get stuck there for hours, and then you feel like you haven't really achieved anything. You've just been sitting looking at other people's lives, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just think try to spend a little less time on social media. It can be really like draining and depressing sometimes. Yeah, I don't know, it's just something that I'm trying to work on. I'm not there yet, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm trying to work on spending less time. I have been catching myself when I get like when I'm on Instagram for so long, I'm like, you know what, no, it's time to get off. Like, I've been catching myself, which is good, so I'm making progress, and you guys can make progress too. Tip number 7, this is so important. Stop procrastinating. Procrastination just causes more stress and anxiety, and just causes a lot of negative energy, negative vibes, just makes you overall like negative. So stop procrastinating. Make that your goal for 2019. Stop procrastinating. I know it's hard sometimes, but like, when you get an assignment, just get it done. Start it on the day you get the assignment. Like, yeah, stop procrastinating. Don't leave things to the last moment. Tip number 8. Focus on yourself and your own growth. This is so important, guys, and this is something that I have been doing. I found in the past a lot I was focusing on other people way too much. I was focusing on other things way too much in general, like focusing on YouTube, focusing on friends, focusing on social media, stuff like that. And it's just like, sometimes you really just need to focus on yourself. I'm not saying dump your friends, I'm not saying dump your YouTube channel, dump social media. I'm just saying take some time during the day to just focus on yourself and your own growth, your own goals, and like your own mental health. basically, because you really need to take some time to yourself sometimes. Tip number 9, this is the last tip: surround yourself with positive energy. I know that can sound a little bit vague, but for everyone it's different. So for me, surrounding myself with positive energy, stuff that I'm really into right now, I'm really into crystals and like burning incense. Like, I believe in the power of crystals and like incense so much. Just like keeping my bedroom light. I used to keep my bedroom really dark all the time, but like now I've actually moved bedrooms. My walls are actually white. My walls in my old bedroom were like this really dark blue, and it was just like always dark in my room. This bedroom, the sun just shines right into it, so it's like always, I don't know, it's just brighter, you know. And then I've decorated a bit. I'm not done yet, but like you can see there's a little bit of decorations. I've got a calendar on the wall, like just little things, just like to make the space more positive, you know. I try to keep my room clean all the time, you know. I just find whatever you can to make the space more positive. And like also affirmations, for example, that's another way to like, you know, give off positive energy and like positive vibes. It's like, you know, writing down affirmations. So if you don't know what affirmations are, it's basically goals in the present tense, so as if you've already achieved them. So say your goal is to get above 80% for your test, then you'll write down, I have achieved 80% for my exam. I am proud of my mark. I worked hard for my mark, and that sort of stuff, you know. But then you've actually got to work hard for your mark. So you don't just write it down and not believe it. You have to believe what you're writing, because if you don't believe what you're writing, then you're just wasting your time. You know what I mean? And I know it can be hard to believe it sometimes, but the more you practice, the more you get into it, the easier it will become. You know what I mean? I hope you guys know what I mean. I've been saying you know what I mean like a lot in this video. Anyway, guys, those are my 9 tips for living a more positive life in 2019. Some self-care tips, I guess, like I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna try start posting videos regularly, so hopefully you guys will see another video next week. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys in another lifetime. Bye.